welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Janine. I am here to do a quick 1111 portal message for the collective. I will do an extended over on Patreon, and so if you're interested in that, please don't hesitate to click the link in the description box below to join the community over there. Also, if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, all the social medias. All the links will be in the description box below. And I also am open for personal readings right now. So if you'd like to do that, again, the link is in the description box below. Please remember, this is not a personal reading. It's a collective message. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And we're just going to hop into it right now. 1111. So if you know me, you know that I am not really a one of those 11:11 people. Like if I see it on the clock, I'm not like, ooh, 11:11, because it happens twice a day, every day, right? But I do feel the significance of this particular portal. And I last year, I remember feeling like we were sort of breaking through barriers to allow light to sort of shine in, and now I feel like we've spent the bulk of the year prior to this sort of continuing to chip away at those walls to sort of break free of restrictions, and allow ourselves to be illuminated, allow for new enlightenment to come into our lives. And now we have a big enough clearing that we can sort of step through and ground ourselves in the newness, ground ourselves in new awareness, ground ourselves in new ways of being and doing and thinking, and sort of really start testing the ground a little bit, as we're sort of continuing to move forward. We're on the other side of the restrictions, right? Everything has been illuminated. We sort of know who's who and what's what, and now we can sort of make clearer decisions for our own individual pathways forward. So I'm going to just hop into this. I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. If you're interested in more, please join us on Patreon for the extended. I'm going to start off with the Spiral Oracle here, and then we'll use the Fountain Tarot today for this message. Message for the collective for the 1111 portal. What do we need to know, Spirit? What do we need to see? Show me what I need to see. Hello. I think it's just this one that flew. Okay, awesome. One more, please. Yeah, it's just that one. Okay. All right, so we've got the one more. The bottom is Temple of Love. We're allowing love to lead us. We're being guided by love. Thank you. We're being guided by love here. Oh, interesting. So here we have reflecting my center of fire. It feels almost like where our passions had been numbed and dulled, where our intuitions had been numbed and dulled, where the essence of ourselves had been sort of blockaded off because of restrictions and constrictions and things that we felt were requirements for engagement in society. Those things have been removed, right? And now we are more clearly and more openly reflecting our center of fire. Our authentic, true selves are being sort of blazoned in the world at this point, or at least we're ready to do that, right? It almost feels like there's an order has been there's been like an internal order that's been sort of recognized and is now able to be expressed, because when there were all these restrictions and constrictions, right, it felt a little bit chaotic on the inside because you couldn't really get a handle on what it is that you were actually feeling versus what it is that you were being told that you should be feeling, right? And so now, as those restrictions and constrictions are being have been sort of chipped away and removed, now there's a natural order, right? A sacred geometry that is coming to form within us and being and able to be expressed out, to able to be shown out into the world. So whatever, and I think in many ways that comes in the shape of love, what love looks like for you, right? Even like love of self, love of our fellow human beings, right? I think all of that is coming into a greater order. There's more compassion. I think as we move forward, sort of that center of fire is going to be driven by compassion, not only for ourselves, but just for our fellow human beings, and understanding that everyone is going through these internal shifts, understanding their patterning in different ways, and that's confusing, and that's often jarring, so compassion is absolutely necessary in these moments. Let's dig in with the tarot and get a couple of tarot cards just to round this message out. Show me what I need to see, please, for the 1111 portal for the collective. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands out here. Ooh, so many cards. Do I take them all? I said take them all, so I'm going to take them all. Okay. I'm going to take them all. I'm glad I did. Okay. Wow. All right. So it's the rest period is kind of is over here. It's like, it's almost like we spent this time sort of trying to understand ourselves, right? And getting these messages. You see the little birdie here? Getting these messages, getting these downloads, getting this information that to help us understand ourselves, our purpose, our essence more clearly. And now it is time to move with with vigor, with passion, and I don't want, not reckless abandon, but enthusiastic abandon. Like enthusiastic abandon that says, oh, wait, you know what? I'm no longer bound to that way of doing that thing, or I'm no longer restricted in my ways of thinking about whatever it is that felt like it was keeping you in a box, right? And so now you can, with enthusiastic abandon, step out into new life, explore new options for your life, right? Dare to dream a little bit broader about what your future might look like, right? And then you have the Page of Swords here and the Queen of Coins. Interesting. And then the Magician. It's like it's about, this is about how you're manifesting. Like before, maybe you were just looking, you were sort of looking at yourself as like an outsider looking in. That's kind of what it felt like. That's what I'm feeling here. It's almost like because of the conditioning, because of the ways that we have been told to think, believe, consume, all of those things, right? It's almost like you become an outsider looking in at yourself, and then trying to make sense of yourself from these external constructs, right? And now it's almost like now that you've gotten this messaging, right? Now that you've come into this understanding that you are free of the chains of all of those constructs, right? You're free of those chains. You're free to move about. You're free to explore. You are free to create your own idea of stability, to create your own idea of abundance and what that means for you. It doesn't mean the same thing for everybody, right? So when I'm saying like go for your abundance, right? What does that look like for you? It might not look like $10 million, right? It might not look like it might look like a big family, or it might look like just like an opportunity to have more time to yourself, an abundance of time, right? So whatever abundance looks like for you, you are now able to shape that for yourself, right? You're able to bring that in for yourself, manifest it for yourself here with the Magician card. Taking all of those tools that you have like sort of released, right? You have released and sort of and using your own sacred patterning, right? Your own divine design. Thank you, Spirit. Your own divine design to create the life that you want, right? To create the harmony, the joy, the balance that you, and to bring in the love that you deserve and that you desire once and for all. It is time. It is time now for that to happen. Anything else, Spirit, that wants to come in? Yes, the transformation. Thank you. The Death card is here. It's a transformation for a rebirth. You're being given an opportunity. And the Devil card at the bottom. This is the conditioning. This is the chains. This is the binding. This is the constriction and the restriction. And you are transforming out of that energy into new life, into a new understanding, and honoring your patterning. Honoring your divine design, right? Honoring your divine design, even as like when something is extremely new, it's oftentimes scary. It's like, oh wait, do I want to go there? Do I really want to explore that? Like that ocean looks a little deep. I don't know what's in there. And you are being encouraged to take that deep dive and take it with enthusiastic abandon, because it will be in service to your progress. It will be in service to your awakening. It will be in service to your awareness of self and your awareness of others. And you do so with compassion. You do so in a way that brings in your abundance. This is the Empress card. She brings things from winter to spring, right? The Empress goes from winter to spring. She is the nurturer. She is the mother. She is fully abundant in and of herself. And you know now that you have everything that you need. You have all of the tools that you need here, right? That they are innately part of your divine design. You have all of the tools that you need to create the abundance that you want for yourself. And that does not have to look like anything that you have understood to be abundance before. Anything that you have been told is abundance before, right? Anything that you have been sold as abundance before is all different now, because it's coming from within you. It's coming without restraint. I love this message. Let's get just an oracle card to wrap this one up. When we go into the extended, I'm going to take a look at this Magician, this Empress, this Death card, yeah, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Magician, the Empress, and the Death card. So if you are a Libra, a Taurus, an Aquarius, an Aries, or a Scorpio, you may want to join me. But even if you're none of those signs and this message is resonating with you and you are feeling the chains unlocking, you are feeling the walls that are being broken. I had a dream the other night that was so amazing. It was nothing. It was literally just a blank slate, but there was like cement that was pouring down a wall, and it was flowing, and and I understood it to be that walls were becoming more fluid so that we could reshape our foundation, so that we could rebuild a foundation that was that was more intentional, a foundation that was intentionally set by each of us individually. And so, like, I'm moved to share that. I often don't share my dreams, but I'm moved to share that particular dream, and so that you understand that now the cement is able, the cement is flowing, right? It has not. We're no longer in this like solidified environment where it is like it is and that's all it can be. We are now in this environment where we have the ability to change our circumstance, to change the way that we are approaching our lives based on our own divine design. Okay, I'm gonna get a mystical shaman oracle to wrap this one up, and then I'll see you over in the extended. Ooh, that flew. Magic. This card keeps coming out, and it's a 33, another master number on the 1111 portal. So let's take a look at it. But again, this is about assuming that childlike energy, that now anything is possible. Again, we are in that the cement is flowing, right? We're no longer in these like calcified states. Your spirit is no longer in a calcified state. So you need to allow it to be free with enthusiastic abandon. And I think that will serve your ascension so well. You will be able to, in leaps and bounds, change the way that your life unfolds in front of you. Let me read this from the book, and I opened right to the page, number 33. It's smack dab in the center of the book, the balance of who we are, and who and how we show up in this world is coming into formation. That balance is coming to fruition here. It says this symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. When magic appears, you are invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance in synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now, it appears that you are on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf, so pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you have become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, for you are part of the story of the world, a living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out-of-the-blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate the wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. Okay? Listen, it's time for you to understand your divine design and allow it to be free, allow it to be what it is, and allow yourself to be finally, once and for all, released from restriction, released from conditioning, released from the confines of what we have been told we should and have to and must do in order to engage, right? It's no longer the same. We've chipped away at this wall enough to know, enough light has now shined through. There's a big enough space for us to enter here. There's a big enough space for us now to get ourselves through to the other side of this portal and start to ground ourselves in this new life, in this new earth, in this new awakening and new awareness. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that this message resonated with some of you out there. I'm going to head over to the extended, but if this is where we leave things, I am sending you so much peace, so much love, and so many blessings, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.